Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Hello, and welcome to Conroe Culture News. I am Margie Taylor, your host, and you can listen to us on FM 104.5, 106.1, Conroe Culture, Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, live streaming, irlonestar.com, and Conroe Cable TV, Our City TV. Guests today, we're going to learn about the Conroe Symphony Orchestra with their new artistic director, conductor, Gary Libest, and Judge Kathleen Hamilton, who's the president. And then in our second segment, we're going to hear from Rebecca Broussard, who is running for Lone Star College Board District 7. This show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate. If you are buying, selling, investing, Team Sinisi is the one you want to go looking into. 281-507-9777. Team Sinisi, because it's an easy name to remember. Roger Stein Chiropractic is located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell, and they treat anyone from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a focus on natural, holistic healing to not only relieve pain but achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacy Rogers holds certifications in adjusting extremities, arms, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, prenatal, and pediatric care. If you're a new patient, the $29 goes back for your visit, goes back to CASA that helps kids in CPS custody. So again, that's Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. We thank you for your sponsorship. Few things going on around Conroe. October starts all our fall events, and there's so many to look forward to. You can learn to paint under in the dark under black lights, which sounds really interesting, with dark acrylic paints this Friday with the City of Conroe. You can call Nancy Valadez, 936-522-3911 to find out about that. This week is the annual Conroe Catfish Festival. So what does that mean? That means starting Thursday afternoon, the streets are going to be closed in downtown Conroe. So now you're aware, you're on notice. So that will happen through Sunday and probably until Monday morning when they reopen everything. And again, that's Friday, October 14th through Sunday, October 16th. Musical entertainment, including Josh Ward, Kevin Fowler, Trent Crow. There's a carnival. There's a Mr. and Miss Catfish pageant, and oh, so much more. If you want to know more details, go to ConroeCatfishFestival.com. You can buy tickets at any of the entry gates, or you can go online. It opens up Friday, 6:45 to midnight, 6:45 p.m. Let me clarify that, to midnight. Saturday, 12 to midnight, and Sunday, 12:30 to 6 p.m. for activities for the entire family. So, also happening this weekend, and we're going to hear more about that, October 15th, Saturday, is going to be the opening performance of the 25th anniversary of the Conroe Symphony Orchestra. Chills down your spine. Sounds a little spooky. Willis High School Performing Arts Center beginning at 7:30 p.m. You can get tickets at conroesymphony.org. Again, we'll hear more about that shortly. Tickets are selling for the Designer Purse Bingo fundraiser, benefiting the Conroe Service League. Donations contribute to scholarships, charitable donations, and service projects in the community. So you can go to conroeserviceleague.org to find out about that, and the winners will be chosen October 25th. And these are designer handbags. So you get a handbag, you make a donation, it's all tax deductible because they're a nonprofit organization. Thursday, October 20th, is the 2-year anniversary open house of the University of St. Thomas UST Mac Center in downtown Conroe, starting at 5:30 p.m. And you can learn about their education center that is located at 336 North Main. And you can also have a few suds, cider, and sliders. So all the S's. You can eat food and drink some beverages. Okay, the Young Texas Artists is kicking off their fall season with Classics at the Glade, Friday, October 21st from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at the Glades Cultural Center in the Woodlands. And it all goes to benefit musical competitions and events inspiring and building audiences of classical music. YTAMC.com. Now is the time to also reserve your booth space for the community-wide garage sale on Saturday, October 22nd. See, there's so many events coming up. The location is moved to Heritage Place Park, located at Metcalf Street. And if you want vendor space, single space is only $25. A double is $40. And you go to cityofconroe.org to find out about that, or call 936-522-3960. With that, we're going to take a quick break and be back to hear all about the Conroe Symphony Orchestra.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
We are back, and again, my name is Margie Taylor, and I am sitting here with Gary Libest. We're just going to call him Gary.
That's fine.
He is the new artistic director and conductor of the Conroe Symphony Orchestra, and Judge Kathleen Hamilton, who's the president of the organization. And we're going to find out all about the orchestra and their upcoming performance that opens their 25th anniversary this Saturday at the Willis ISD Performing Arts Building. So welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
So, Gary, you are new to the organization, but not new to conducting in the orchestra, right?
No, my wife and I have lived in this area since '92, and I have been a professor of music at Lone Star College North Harris for 25 years, and did programs there, similar ensembles to what the Conroe Symphony is, in that there were night groups that are comprised mostly of adults who play music just for the fun of playing music. They're volunteers. And then for 18 years, I conducted the Kingwood Pops Orchestra, which is very similar to the Conroe Symphony. But now I'm thrilled to actually be directing a group in the town I live in.
That's fun.
And getting to know the people who are now my neighbors and friends.
That's
so
great.
It's wonderful.
That's good. So I'm glad you came on. And Judge, how many people perform in the orchestra?
There's probably an average of 60, I imagine,
That's good.
anywhere, depending on the music that they're performing. They may need different parts for different pieces,
And some
but
of them
that's
have been
about it.
there quite a long time,
Yes,
right?
they have. Some have been there since the beginning. We have about 3 members, I believe, that have been there since '97 when we started, when it was founded. So this is our 25th year, and
That's fun.
everyone is very, very excited.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially with a new conductor. How exciting. I mean, you get to come in at the premiere time, right?
Right. This is exciting, especially after coming out of COVID. And I know people are probably a little tired of hearing about that, but what the orchestra did last year was sensational because they ended up, their normal performing venue is in Conroe High School Auditorium, which of course everybody knows is going under massive renovations right now. But in addition, they had a conductor hired who unfortunately had to leave at the last minute. And so over the last year, they had to change venues 5 times, and they had to also deal with a lot of conductors, all of whom did a great job.
Guest conductors,
But
things like
yeah,
that, yes.
But there's nothing like having the stability of a conductor, and I hope that's what I bring to the orchestra.
Well, of course, because they learn how you help direct them and the music. And it's
Right.
very important to have some consistency, right?
Correct. And each one of us, as we were talking a little earlier off the air, each one of us has our own personality and our own way that we get things done in rehearsal and our own way that we conduct on a performance. And they'll get used to that. And that transition is going on now, but the orchestra members are friendly and welcoming, and it's a family, and it's just absolutely wonderful. I'm thrilled to be part of it.
How often do you all rehearse?
We rehearse 6 times before each performance. So over a 4-week period, so it goes by really fast.
Wow. Yeah, that's not a lot compared to what I've been seeing in the other performing arts. No, but that's good. And you still rehearse at 1500 North Fraser?
That's correct. It's a beautiful facility that the county allows us to be in.
That's nice. So do you ever play an instrument?
No, I
Judge?
play piano, but not that anyone would want to listen to. I think we all sing, but would anyone really want to hear you sing? But
You do any
So-
shower singing?
yeah, that's right.
And how
No,
long have
this
you
is-
been involved with the orchestra?
I think I came on board in 2010, and I really see it as my therapy. I see a lot of things as a judge, and a lot of sad things, some really moments of courage in that courtroom also. But I was involved with it because I loved their music. I always say, if I'm in the room and the orchestra is playing and I fall backwards, I know I could never hit the ground because that music just holds you up and supports you. I also want to kidnap at least part of the orchestra just to play tunes at night, just nice, calming music. I know, or in
to
the
bring you
courtroom
down
sometime.
from your stressful
That's,
day.
it's just amazing what listening to that music can do. So, yeah.
That's nice. So let's talk about Chills Down Your Spine.
Yeah, when I was interviewing with the orchestra, they asked me a little bit about what the season might look like if I were the director. And one of the things I brought up was a Halloween concert. And I didn't know this, but Judge Hamilton is a big fan of holidays, and apparently Halloween is one of her favorites. And her face lit up. And so when I thought, I thought I had a good idea, but now apparently it's a great idea.
Yeah. Yes.
Nothing like having the president of the organization in your corner. So,
Oh, absolutely.
So we talked about it after they told me I was the director, and I go out and you look and you find sticking true to the orchestra's heritage, playing classical music. There's some great classical music out there that we as Americans all associate with spooky horror music. And most of those weren't written for that purpose, but here you go. We have them in our movies and we have them in our plays, and so we're playing some of those pieces on the concert. But none of this music is so spooky that you wouldn't want to bring your family or your children. And I think one of the big hits on the concert that I know a lot of the kids are going to like and the teenagers is the Harry Potter music. And so we're playing a lot of that music, and that usually lights people up.
What else have you got?
Well, for younger ones, we always have an educational table for the children at whatever concert we're doing. And this time we took one of the melodies is The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and everyone will really know that as part of Fantasia that Disney used in the 1940s.
Mickey Mouse.
Exactly, Mickey
Yep.
Mouse. And he's gotten into trouble. He's not supposed to be doing that magic. He doesn't know how to stop it.
It's like Fantasia.
That's
isn't it?
exactly right.
Yeah.
So we have Paul Dukas is the composer of The Sorcerer's Apprentice. So our children's table we'll have a short, simple bio of his, telling what the story's about. And then I have a little area where I'm going to let them know what they need to listen for when they hear the music and what that will mean. When the violins become all agitated, that's when that water's really flooding everywhere. The bassoon, and I think a bass fiddle, will be doing some of the broom work that is in the
It is
Disney
educational.
thing.
It's kind of like
So
Peter
it's
and the
going to be
Wolf.
cute.
Yeah.
We're going to have coloring pages and
Oh,
colors
nice.
so they can come over to the table.
Well, so the whole family can get involved. What else are you playing?
Sure, we're doing the fourth movement of the Hector Berlioz Symphony Fantastique. It's called March to the Scaffold. That's wonderful. Not something
That sounds a little.
Always a lot of
it
fun.
does. Well, the artist in this piece is having a dream that he's marching to the scaffold. It's not actually happening, so
Okay.
that make that. And then we're doing a couple things that I think everybody will enjoy. Those of you that are fans of Broadway, we're doing highlights from Wicked, and we're also doing selections from Phantom of the Opera. And so those are always a big draw. So we're on a
Wonderful.
mix of classical with a bit of contemporary. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we have a guest soloist on this concert. We have local doctor, MD, Dr. Greg Hallbauer, who is going to be playing two pieces with us. One is the Bach Toccata in Fugue, and he's going to be sitting at an organ. And then the next one is a great piece. It's a little ragtime called The Graceful Ghost, and it's a delightful piece. We hope the audience enjoys that.
Ragtime is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So, what else is going on? Do you have any other things, upcoming plans? I'm
We're-
sure you do.
We're so glad to be partnering with the Montgomery County Veterans Memorial Commission and Judge Jimmy Edwards. There's a Veterans Day concert, a big Veterans Day event coming up. That's in the parking lot of the Montgomery County Library. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning, and he has some unbelievably important guest speakers, including an Air Force two-star lieutenant colonel who's coming in to speak, and several other guests. And then we're also providing patriotic music at that event, and he's expecting quite a crowd, and we're very proud of
yes.
partnering with him.
I'm sure we'll have like 3,000
That's for
people.
Veterans Day, November
Yes.
11th.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Judge Hamilton, how about tell them about the Christmas concert, please?
The Christmas concert will be an afternoon one. We're going to.
Really?
We are alternating between evening and afternoon concerts. So it'll be I think it's December 10th at 2 p.m.
Is that a Saturday?
It is.
Okay.
They're still on Saturdays. February we'll go back to the evening, and then April will be another 2 o'clock one. And that will be out at the Willis
Performing Arts?
Center again.
Oh, nice.
The correct date on that is December 17th.
Oh, 17th.
Well,
Don't go the
okay.
10th. You'll be a week early, and there'll be no
But you
music.
can always go to conroesymphony.org and
That's
find
exactly-
all
thank
the
you.
details.
Thank you, Margie. That's right.
So, and so much more. I mean, you can even buy season tickets, right?
You can. I think they're $80 a piece, and that's for 4 concerts. And then
So affordable.
you also receive two free tickets that someone can come to any of those concerts with you.
Well, and that really helps out the symphony orchestra in Conroe and performing arts. I mean, we want to engage with our local artists, and so that's a good way to do that. And there's so many other things you can do. You can buy season tickets. You can sponsor a musician or more than one musician, depending on which instrument you like or anything like that. A chair. So you can go on the website and find this information. Find all the dates of the concert. I'm assuming they're out there, and it sounds great. I love listening to the music. And this Saturday is going to be no exception to that. I have not been in the new Willis ISD Performing Arts Center, but it's fairly new. Did it just
is
open
gorgeous.
this year?
And it's about 3 years old now, I
Really?
think.
Wow.
But it has the acoustics, I think Gary will tell you, are amazing.
Yes, the Willis ISD Fine Arts Director, Ken Lebonsky, who has a music background, was actually allowed by the administration to work with the architect, not only on the design
That's
of the
nice.
building, but the acoustics of the building. And so that is not the high school auditorium that most of us grew up in. That is a really state-of-the-art facility, and the orchestra sounds wonderful in there. So if you want to see a nice venue and a great sounding venue, please come out and see that place. It's a wonderful place to be.
So will that be your home per se?
For the season, it will. We have
as far as you know?
We have a collaborative agreement with Willis ISD, and we provide their 5th grade music students with free tickets and their parents with tickets. And in return, they're allowing us to use that gorgeous facility.
That's a good partnership.
It
Right,
is.
and they have a brand new string program. They've had the band and the choir program for quite a while, but they have a brand new string program, and so I think this was part of his motivation, Mr. Lebonsky's, to get us there, and then we're giving some free tickets to the students and their parents to come. So a string student who's starting out gets to hear what a big orchestra sounds like, and that should be great motivation for them.
That's wonderful. Now, you also have a youth symphony.
We do,
Right?
the Conroe Youth Symphony Orchestra.
And are they still meeting on Sundays?
They are, and I think you've been able to hear them. Did you get to see them the last
Yeah,
time?
they have a new director. His name is David White. He's a member of the trombone section in the Conroe Symphony Orchestra. He is an educator. He has a background in education, and I've watched him direct those kids, and they love him, and there's already, in a very short time, a great rapport there. And they have done one performance already. They have more coming up this fall. They're wonderful. They're just wonderful, and they're growing. They're about twice as big as they were when I heard them this summer.
Wow. So how does one get involved in either the youth symphony or the regular Conroe Symphony?
Going to conroesymphony.org is probably the best way, because there are links there to the others and tells you who to contact.
But anybody can do that, right? I mean, if
Anybody
they play
can
an
do that.
instrument. So the kids, do they have to be professed at what their instrument is, or how does that work?
Yeah, they have to know what their instrument is. They have to be able to read music. But the music that they play in there will take just about anybody, even beginning level, as long as they can read some basic notes on the staff. And they do have to have their own instrument. But other than, well, the percussion wouldn't have to, but everybody else
Everybody
would.
else does, sure.
Anyway, yeah, and they meet that once a week, and they get excellent instruction above what they get in the public school, or their private school.
Well, there you go.
It's a
And
match.
I think, is it free? Or
It's not, there is a
there-
small
there's a
tuition,
small
but just to pay for the
fee?
music and to keep the lights on and the air conditioning going.
right, okay.
Minimal tuition.
Well, very good. So what else can you tell me about the Conroe Symphony?
Sure. For the Christmas concert, we have a wonderful local artist. You just mentioned this earlier, and I want to jump on that. We have a wonderful soprano from the Woodlands. Her name is Nancy Curtis. She is a trained opera singer, but she also sings pop music, and she will be joining us on the Christmas concert to sing several selections, including an audience sing-along at the end. So we
Fun.
hope you come and join us for that.
Get you into the whole Christmas spirit, right?
Right.
And then sometime in January, February, we'll celebrate our 25th anniversary with a special event. However, in April is one that we're really looking forward to. Gary's entitled it America the Beautiful, and it features the Victory Bells, the vocal trio from the World War II Museum in New Orleans. Gary, do you want to tell them?
Sure. The Victory Bells is a group that comes out, and they're patterned after the Andrews Sisters. So they sing really tight harmony to swing music. And so
That's
the orchestra
fun.
will be swinging and jazzing and doing all that.
Wow.
However, as they progress through this prepared concert, they end up with patriotic numbers that will just stir your heart to the core. I've worked with them before, and they are amazing.
You seem very excited.
Oh, they're great.
I can just see your whole face light up.
Yeah, they're
you know?
professionals, and they've got it down, and we're fortunate to have them. And in fact, the money for that came from Judge Edwards and the Montgomery County
Yep.
Commission. They
remember
helped
us
us
talking
with that.
about it.
So we're very excited about, well, the whole season, but that event is special.
Okay, well, that'll be fabulous. And then, of course, then we round into summer, and you usually do some kind of July 4th celebration
Yes.
that I love.
Last year, we joined with the city of Conroe with their celebration, and so our annual patriotic concert is usually in July, close to 4th of July that weekend. But anyway, that is we're looking forward to doing that again and working with them.
It's
We
always
were at
fun.
Heritage Park, and they estimated. The city of Conroe kept track, and they estimated about 5,000 men, women, and children came back and forth through that event that evening. So
Wow.
it was
Of course,
amazing.
it's because everybody loves the 4th of July.
I know,
You
it
know?
was a great evening.
God bless the USA.
You bet.
That's right. Okay, what have I omitted? Oh, let's talk about where they can find you. You do have a Facebook page. They can go there and find out more about Chills Down Your Spine. It's just Conroe Symphony Orchestra. And keeping it consistent, conroesymphony.org for website information, and you're also on Instagram. You can just look Conroe Symphony, and it will be there. I'm not sure what I have forgotten, but I know, Gary, you are super excited about being local and working with the orchestra here because you live here, and it just makes sense. And you're enjoying it. And I know, Judge, that you're excited to have Gary here
It
as
was a
well.
good process. We had all of our guest conductors applied for the position, so we had some really talented people applying. And we met Gary, and he took all the ease, the energy, the excitement, the education, the
And then he went for
experience.
Halloween
And
theme.
Halloween.
So that knocked it over the edge, right?
Halloween and Christmas, so who can,
Yeah, right.
who can fault that?
There you go.
Well, and it's exciting for me. I've directed for a long time, but these opportunities don't come available very often. To direct a fine group of musicians like this near to your home and make that kind of music is very special, and I never take it for granted.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on Saturday night. As long as I don't have a rehearsal, I'm pretty sure I don't. But I think it would be fabulous, and hopefully my husband can join me and other people will come and listen. It's great for the whole family, and like you said, it's educational for the kids as well. And to be able to listen to some of the instruments and what those mean when they play, I think it helps attune them with their listening to what they can expect from different instruments. And like you mentioned earlier, it elevates you when you've had a stressful day or there's something else going on in your life. Music has that tendency, and if it's not the orchestra, it's something else with music, because music just has a way of doing that.
Well, so many people don't even know that the Conroe Symphony Orchestra exists. So this is a chance. If you are
it's an
listening to
opportunity.
this,
Yes.
please come and see what you've been missing for now 25 years.
And they're
we
so
welcome you.
talented. You will enjoy it, I guarantee you. And it's just so fun also watching them perform, not just listening, but watching them in person. And I can't wait to see how Gary conducts the orchestra, because we were talking earlier, everybody has their own nuances and things that they do to engage the orchestra. And it'll be fun.
There's so much that's available online nowadays. You can Google anything. You can look at a YouTube video, but there is nothing like seeing a live group in performance, either a music group or a theater group. If you haven't experienced that in a while, please come back and watch it live. You'll love it.
It's very affordable, too. Isn't it $20? $20. Come on. We can do that. It's a meal out.
Well,
it's
and
probably
then-
more for a meal out.
And then the children up to 10 are free, and 11
Wow.
to 17 are half price. They're $10.
Very affordable. So conroesymphony.org for all the information. Conroe Symphony Orchestra on Facebook. Go find out, get your tickets, or just go to the door and buy your tickets that way. That's very easily done, too. And I'm sure it has a large capacity at the building.
1,100.
Is that it?
Okay, I don't think we'll hit that, but maybe we
Maybe
will.
we will.
Maybe we
You never
will.
know.
Maybe
You
there'll
never
be a sellout.
Thanks to
So
you.
that would be great if it were. And then you know what? Then you have to come back on December 17th, right?
That's right.
That's right.
So, okay, thank you both very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And looking forward to seeing you Saturday.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye, Margie.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Hey, tune in to the Bridge Podcast TX Tuesdays at 11 a.m., where we are connecting commerce with community, interviewing business owners and leaders in the community, allowing the audience to peek behind the curtain of what inspires, motivates, drives these individuals to have meaningful, positive impact in this community. For more information about the show, log into irlonestar.com/TBPTX.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dan Simon, Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Hello, we are back for our second segment now, and I am here with Rebecca Broussard, and she has been a Willis ISD board trustee for many years. 21 years. I knew it was over 20. So 21 years. Yeah. And she is an educator. She is running for Lone Star College Board District 7. Is that correct, Rebecca?
That is correct.
I feel like I've known you for a long time.
You have.
A long time.
Yes.
And my kids went to Willis ISD, went to Willis schools, and
Okay.
I live in Willis again. We've been on a roundabout, but we're
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
So the voters will go to the polls on November 8th, and then early elections. When is early voting?
October 24th is when it starts.
October 24th at all the same places that it always is. There's like 5-6 places you can go and vote
I think
anywhere,
so.
as long as you have your ID with you.
Yes,
election
that's
integrity.
important. Yeah.
And then the voting day is November 8th at your specific voting poll place based on where you live.
Yes, and I am number 1 on the ballot.
So there's 2 people. There's you and Rita Wiltz, and it is a 6-year term. That's long.
I know.
That's a lot.
I know. My term with Willis was 4 years. It started out at 2, and then it was 4, and now this one's 6.
I've never heard of anything being 6 years.
I know.
That's crazy. Okay, so let's talk about your background. You went to Sam Houston State University, yay.
Yeah, yay.
Bearcats, Bachelor of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, Master of Education, and then you continued on, right? And you taught with Huntsville ISD?
I did, yes. That's where I started my my profession. And then I went on to Spring ISD as an administrator, and then back to Willis ISD as an administrator. And
So you've been involved in education for a long time.
a long time. I taught for Sam Houston as an adjunct professor in the education department, and now my daughter and I own a private Christian school.
And that's in Willis?
And that's actually in Conroe. It started out in Willis, and now it's moved. We had to have a larger building, a larger school, and now
That means you had growth.
We have had a lot of growth. We have been very blessed.
And what ages do you teach there?
We start at 1-year-olds, toddlers, and we go through second grade. Yes.
Well, that's good. So do you plan on continuing to grow and adding a different grade
Well,
level as the kids get out of second grade onto third?
Well, we never say never. Our second grade parents last year really wanted us to add third.
Yep.
We thought about it. We prayed about it. We, did put a lot into it, and we just didn't feel like it was the right time. But who knows? It could be this year.
And the name of your school?
Lake Conroe Christian Academy, and we're at 2080 Longmire. Conroe.
Longmire. Okay, I know where that's at.
Yes.
So what got you interested in starting your own school?
Well, it was actually my daughter's dream. My youngest daughter, I have 3 daughters and a son, and 2 of my daughters are educators, and one is an attorney, and she just always wanted to have her own school. And so 7 years ago, she said, "Mom, it's time. I want to have my own school, but you have to do it with me." So she kind of pulled me out of retirement. So we did it, and we started that first year with 7 little children, and the next year with 15, and from there now we have right at 150 children.
So you have other teachers there.
Oh yes, we have a staff of 22. There's 22 of us.
22,
Yes,
wow.
I
That's
know.
exciting.
It is very exciting. It's something new every day, and we love our children. We love our parents. We have wonderful parents, and it's great. I love it. It's exciting every
Are you
day.
still teaching?
No, Ashley and I are the directors.
Okay.
We own the school, and we're the directors of the school. So it takes both of us.
So you were on Willis ISD Board Trustee for 21 years.
21.
21 years.
I know. I think about that.
They
I
don't
go-
make you sit out. They let you just. I mean, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, no. I just kept going. It was like when I stepped down in June, I couldn't believe it had been 21 years.
That's a long time.
And it was a roller coaster at times.
Of course. But you enjoyed it?
But I did. I kept going. I felt like that I had a lot to give, and I knew that I would know when it was time, and my term would have been up November of 2023, and when I decided that I was going to run for this race, I prayed about it, talked to my family about it, and I had to step down off of my board as in Willis ISD. So it was, I knew it was time. I knew I wasn't going to run again for the Willis ISD Board of Trustees, and it was, it was time. And
well, what spurred you into wanting to be with Lone Star?
Well, someone came to me and asked me. They said, "This is the position. This is the position for you. You need to do this. We need a strong conservative Republican, and we need someone who is an educator, and this is the position you need. This is
So
the
do you
position
feel
was
that
vacant."
Do you feel that it's a step up from where you were because it's a higher level of education?
It is higher education, and I do feel like I have been prepared, for this position all of my years with Willis ISD. It's very similar.
Right, so you have the experience of knowing how the boards go for
exactly.
educational purposes
Right.
and things like that. What kind of documents, what things you need to look at, and all of
Exactly,
that.
Margie, exactly.
Okay, yeah. So you're comfortable with that. You don't feel
Yes.
like it's
I'm
over your head per
yes,
se,
right.
because it's something you've done
doing.
for over 20 years.
Yes.
So
I'm not
you're
a- I'm not a
familiar
fish out
with
of
it.
water.
You're
I'm-
familiar with looking at financials. You're familiar
Yes.
looking at curriculum and things like
Budgets,
that.
mhm,
All of
taxes,
that. All of that. So this is just another
It's
level that diversifies you a little bit.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you for putting it that way, but I do agree.
Okay. All right. So I see that you also are all about readiness skills.
Yes.
Tell me
yes.
about that.
Well, I am a reading specialist, and my master's degree, part of that is in reading specialization. So, it's just real important to get these children, ready to read and ready to learn. And we really zone in on that at my school. And we did when I was an educator, as a principal and as an assistant principal. Children have, reading is power.
Of course it is.
They have to learn
So
to read.
your opponent is very involved in reading.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, she has a nonprofit, Children's
Okay.
Books on Wheels.
Okay.
That helps give books throughout the county
Yes.
for the last 17 years.
Okay.
She's not an educator per se, as
Okay.
you are. So she, I believe, has all those same attributes as
Yes,
well.
yes.
But you've also worked at the higher education level
Yes.
in
Wh-
the schools.
When I was a professor at Sam Houston, that's what I taught. I taught those seniors who were getting ready to, graduate. Those last classes that they had, we were preparing them for the literacy, teaching them how to teach children how to read. So we would partner with a school there in Huntsville, and it was just how do we teach children how to read? How do we get those readiness skills?
So it seems like there's some similarities from working with your preschoolers, the younger toddlers,
Yes.
and then how they learn, and then teaching the Soviet teachers
Exactly.
of how they're going to be ready and prepared to
Yes.
go off.
Yes.
Send them off so that they can then keep it going.
Exactly.
And teach the teachers kind of
Exactly.
thing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's kind of fun. It kind of brings it full circle, seems like.
That good way to put it. Exactly. Yes.
So by working in your own private school for preschoolers, and then being on the Board of Trustees for Willis and understanding that, and then now wanting to move to Lone Star, where you
Yes.
can take those exact same skills that you have gathered through your whole career to then take it to the next level for other college people, because it's very different. Lone Star College, being that you're getting people that a lot of them live here in the community,
Right.
they're not commuting, and they may be taking other classes. So you're working in a capacity where you not only have those that are trying to move up, but maybe they're just trying to learn a skill too. So
Exactly.
it's all different levels of the college, because
Yes.
it is a commuter college. It is a community college. So, I mean, it could be someone my age that's trying to take classes, or leisure learning, let's say.
That's a good way to
Or,
put it. Or
it
going
could-
for a second,
Or it could be a 17-year-old just taking classes for a accreditation of some sort, certification kind of thing. And I know that there's other programs.
Yes.
So it's a bigger balloon, so to speak, with
Yes.
a whole different levels of education.
Yes, yes. And Lone Star is very large. It's the second largest community college in the United States.
How many do they have? Do you know? Isn't it like 8 campuses or something like
14.
that? 14. And there's a new one coming to Magnolia
That's
as well.
true. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's large.
So this is a
Yes.
huge undertaking.
It is.
Are you excited about that?
I am. I'm very excited. People say, "Why do you do this?" Because a person who is
And this is volunteer,
That's
right?
what I was about to say. This is a volunteer position. This is not a paid position, and but I like to give back. I like to give back to my community, this area. It's just the way I am.
It's in your DNA.
It is.
I understand that.
Yeah, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I do.
Yes,
so
you
this
do.
is just another level of doing that, but it just seems like a big commitment, 6 years. I don't know. It just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But, you learn along the way and
Yes.
take on new challenges, and I'm sure they all work kind of the same way, as that you have a specific role or a different committee that you get involved in.
There
and
are
things like that.
committees, and I'm sure I'll get placed on one that, or a couple that I enjoy.
What would you like to be placed on? What do you think is
Well,
more in your passion?
Well, anything to do with education, and I'm sure that most of us, I think, are on the budget committee. I think, so that's fine, that's good. But anything to do with education, I certainly want to be involved in that.
Okay. So what kind of sponsors do you have?
Sponsors?
Yes, I know you have people that are endorsing you.
Oh, endorsement.
Endorsements.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I have Constable Philip Cash. I have Representative Steve Toth. I have Representative Will Metcalf. Senator Brandon Creighton. Let's see. Commissioner Robert Walker. Let's see. I don't want to leave
So
anyone
that's
out.
quite a bit.
I have some really good endorsements. Yes, I do.
And is this a nonpartisan role?
It is. It is. But I am the only Republican in this race. So
Okay.
I want to be sure and say that.
So, what else can you tell me about this role and why you're excited about it and your goals?
Well, I just Lone Star College is it's a right
Beautiful
here.
campus.
It's a beautiful campus.
Off at
Is
242?
yes, and we're just very fortunate to have an education facility such as that, and I know just in my years of watching it grow and seeing in the
Absolutely.
last years.
Didn't it used to be called MoCo?
It was.
I remember when my kids
Montgomery
were
College
in high school, they were calling it MoCo.
Yes, and I actually taught a few classes there, probably about 10 or 12 years ago, and how small it was then, and we're just blessed, to have this in right here in our area. So I want to give back. I want to be a part of it. And as I said, the second fastest growing, in the United States.
That's huge.
That's big. And so
I know.
I'm excited to be involved in
Dr. Rebecca Riley is over there as well. Do you know Dr. Rebecca Riley?
I don't.
She's a director over the school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she was one of the presidents or not, because each campus has a president, and a chancellor head is over everything, and he is a wonderful, wonderful person, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Well, it's really evolved.
Yes.
I mean, because I know that there's a lot of consideration for those students who don't want to get a degree per se, or they don't want to transfer on to Sam Houston or something, but they want a certification where they can go to work now.
And their career and technology departments are so fantastic, and so that is another plus.
I mean, they can
to
learn
that.
nursing,
So
they
many
can
trades.
learn firefighting, paramedics, graphics,
Welding,
all kinds of things,
all carpentry,
and work now.
Yes, and get,
You know.
and just get those trades, which is really wonderful.
And they've done
and,
a great
and they're
job.
so needed.
They've done a great job of changing the way you learn with COVID.
That's
and
true.
online learning,
Yes,
and a lot
yes,
of that as well.
yes.
A lot of those programs. COVID kind of changed a lot of things for us.
Changed our world.
Yeah, unfortunately. And fortunately, though, we're back to everything in person and going to school, but they still have a lot of online opportunities as well. So let's talk about how they can reach you. You have a Facebook page.
I do. It's just a Rebecca Broussard campaign page.
Okay. Rebecca, yes, I have that on here. And they can Google it. They can just put it in the search there for Facebook and find
Yes.
you. Do you have a website, or is it just the Facebook
No, just
right
a
now?
Facebook.
Which should be fine because this is
Yes.
coming right up.
Yes, yes, it is. We're just right here at the downhill slope.
Yeah, since this is the 10th, early voting starts on the 24th. That's
And it's the
just a
8th,
little-
November 8th.
Yes, November 8th is the day, but early
Yes.
voting starts the 24th.
October 24th.
Yes, and it's exciting. Are you ready for this?
I think I am. We're out putting out signs right now, and if anyone wants a sign, they can come to my school and pick one up. And I'm actually taking some down to the Republican office today as well. So
Okay, off of Metcalf.
anyone wants a yard sign.
So, where are people eligible to vote for you? It's all Montgomery County?
Well, it's not all of Montgomery County, but it's a good piece of it. It's not the Woodlands. It goes
Okay.
up to almost to Shenandoah, and then it goes down 105 to I say Papa's on the Lake. Everybody knows
Towards
that
Montgomery.
landmark. And it goes to most of East County.
So your district is a geo-defined?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
anybody in your district has to live in those parameters there.
Yes.
It's not all of Montgomery County. It's
Not
not
all.
East County or any of that.
But
Even though there's schools out there for Lone Star College.
Yes, but not all. But it's a pretty large bite of Montgomery County.
Are you excited?
I am, Margie. I am.
Well, that's very cool.
Yes.
Okay, anything else I'm missing?
No, I just appreciate a vote for Rebecca Broussard for Lone Star.
And your biggest
College.
why they should vote for you?
But I don't know my opponent, but I do feel like that I am very qualified for this. I think that my 21 years on Willis ISD board has well prepared me. I feel like that we need a Republican in this position, someone who is conservative, and I am. And I think I'm the person for this position, for this job.
Okay, that's Rebecca Broussard, Lone Star College Board, District 7.
District 7.
7, like your shirt,
Yes.
right? Doesn't your shirt
Yes,
say that?
District 7,
There,
it does.
there you go.
Yes. So,
Okay.
yes.
All right, Rebecca.
Well, thank you so much for having me
Absolutely.
today.
Thank
I
you very
appreciate
much.
it. Thank
Good luck.
you. Thanks a lot.